Hello, everybody. Jim Malone here, coming to you live on. Oh, well, guess what? The Fed raised interest rates Amazing, amazing, amazing. Well, I guess this was a long expected thing that was going to happen, and now it has. We're going into a confirmed uptrend here. So, that's looking like, it's looking like we may be on the mend here. What I did is I put together a watch list that you might be interested in here coming up, and it's going to be available. It's actually available now, I think. I'll be showing you. I'll be showing you the logon for that in just a second. Let's just get into it. Basically, two stocks did well today, and that was, of course, there we go. That was, of course, Costco and um, and Starbucks. I bought Costco, but it pulled back a little bit on me. Oh well, you can't have it all. You can't have it all. Here's one thing that I want to bring up to everybody: the market has moved to a confirmed uptrend, and what that means is it's time to come back into the water. We tried a few things. I did sell Zim Shipping today. It pulled back a little bit midday, not too much, but I did sell Zim today, but the market has moved into a confirmed uptrend. So I kind of want to show you that. I did close all of my bear trades this morning, anticipating that this might be the case. So let's kind of take a look at some of the slides here. Here's a stock that I did sell today. This is Zim Shipping, and it was very nice. We had basically a pretty nice run on this, about 11, a little over 11%. I decided not to get greedy, just sell it, take the profits. But anyway, Zim, I did sell it at 86. It actually went up a little bit from that to 88. It closed at 88. It may be continuing up, but I just wanted to just grab some of that profit because I do think that it is extended right now, and I definitely wanted to do that on that trade. Here's another stock that I did buy, and this was Costco. It was looking very, very good on the yeah, Costco is looking very, very good on the on this morning. I did buy it. It did pull back a little bit. I didn't quite get it at the best at the best cost. Let's go to Costco. COST is the there we go. Okay, cost. Let's see if we can get that in there. COST. That's the symbol, of course, for Costco. There we go. Costco wholesale. We did get into it. It did close up a little bit. Not from where I bought it though. I bought a full position at 149, and then it pulled back, and then it kind of, but it's up for the day. It's above the pivot. There is a pivot on it at 545. So there is a pivot on it. It is buyable as we speak. Well, it's just right. I guess it's just right below the buy zone, but it is viable. It's just kind of what's happening is it's coming right up to that pivot. Well, it's 2% below the 10-day line. This is not a terrifically exciting stock, but and I think we're below. Yeah, we're just right about at the pivot right now at 545.29. We were so we're basically right on the pivot. And if it moves past this resistance, it's probably going to go higher. It has a cup with handle. It has a cup with handle pattern. So that's something that kind of an interesting stock here. Um, on the current holdings, I am really down. Don't have hardly anything right now. I'm getting ready to move back in, but right now I am the larder is bare for me. Boy, I tell you what, I don't have a whole lot. Again, I bought Costco today. It's up. I didn't buy it quite at the right price. It went up. I bought it, and then it came down a little bit, but it's up for the day. I'm also in Berkshire Hathaway. That's up a little bit, not a lot. I mean, got up about 3% It's about a little less than a percent since I bought it, not a whole lot. And then Quanta Services, I've been really, really light. Again, I've been very, very light. Here's how it stacks up. This is a few hours ago, but basically in the small portfolios, you can see that yellow is large there, and that yellow basically is um, is where I am in cash. I'm really heavily in cash, and then I'm up a little bit on Berkshire Hathaway, and then on I'm down a little bit on Quanta Services, which is an oil field services company. So really, I mean, I am basically all in cash. Here are my option plays. If you've been following along, I did close a lot of these today. I closed the Lulu Bear Put spread. We made a little bit of money in that, about $221. I did close yesterday. I closed the Tesla Bear Put spread. Of course, it's up today, so I'm glad I closed it. We were up about 479 bucks on that one. Did I close the Square Bear Put spread? I think I got out of a burning house there because I think it went up. So I'm glad I closed that one. Did lose a little bit of money on that one, $60. Twilio, I also closed. We were up about, yeah, just basically break even. And then currently, the only thing I have open currently is the UNH United Health Iron Condor. We're down about 55 bucks on that, but it's actually looking pretty good. I'll show you the chart in just a second. Moderna, we closed that one yesterday, and I decided to kind of get out because what had happened is with this new coronavirus thing in China, that moved up. So I was moving against that. So you always want to be with the trend. Remember, the trend is your friend, and when it's moving up, you want to be out of the shorts. Basically, I have an iron condor, and this kind of shows you where we're at. We just opened this iron condor, so if it goes sideways or a little bit down, we'll be in the money. Right now, the current price for UNH is 498.75, and as you can see, I've circled that little thing on the chart right now. This is relatively light trade here. Basically, we got a credit on this one of 368. And of course, the whole idea when we get these credit spreads is to hold on to as much of the money as we can, uh, as we can. Hopefully, we run out the clock, and then of course we keep the money. So that's kind of how those kind of trades work. Just wanted to point out that we do have a very nice watch list. I just put this out literally. I didn't even it didn't even finish putting all the buy points in there. It's really easy to get a hold of this one. Just go to www https colon slash slash bit.ly bit.ly slash DTF0099. And if you're watching on TikTok, super easy to do. Just go to the profile and click on that, and you should be able to get in on that one too. I'll be updating this a little bit later after the show as well, but you got to be on the action trade alerts. I'm going to be sending this out to everyone because now that the condition of the market has changed, we've moved into a confirmed uptrend. Right now, we need to be cognizant of that, and so at least for right now, we need to start looking at our ready list and the buy points, and I'll have that up a little bit later. I'm going to be sending out a email blast tonight to everybody that's on the action trailers, and of course, it's super easy to get onto the action trade alerts. All you have to do is just be signed up. With that, and it's very easy to do. Let me go pull it up. Yeah, Siri Bob. So to get on the action trailer, it's very, very easy to do. Just go to www.dallastradingfloor.com. First and last name and email address, and you'll be on the list. We're going to be blasting that out tonight. This is going to be the list of all of the things that are ready to buy. We're in an uptrend. We moved from a correction to an uptrend. So at least for right now, we did have that follow through day. We are in that uptrend. So that's very key. We want to start looking to start moving into the market right now. I mean, that's basically the signal. Now, I think it's still a fairly weak uptrend. It's still a fairly weak uptrend here, but I think we want to start looking to move into the market. We definitely want to look into getting into the market. So the market moves to that confirmed uptrend. That's a big deal. and that's gonna make the watch list ever the more important. So I just wanted to put this backup out there, so you can see it. This is how you get the Dallas Trading Floor March 2022 ready list. Just go to https://bit.ly/DTF. That's Dallas Trading Floor 0099. So that's easy to remember. And I hope that you take advantage of it because I think it's going to be very good. Let's take a look at some of the comments and questions. Thank you so much for holding. And Farty, thank you. You are for should I buy Exxon and Hess right now? Well, they definitely are in the best category. So let's take a look first at Hess. That symbol HES, and let's evaluate that to see if we're in the buy zone. It does look like we are in the buy zone on Hess, which is a very good thing. I like Hess a little better than Exxon XOM, just because I think it's set up better. But I think they're both excellent right now. Right now we are just slightly below the 10-day line, slightly below the 21-day line. This is not a bad place to start moving into Hess. Why? Because we're in that buy zone. We're in that buy zone. So right now, Hess has a 90 as an 89% checklist. This is HES, and it does look viable to me at this point. I think we're going to continue to have strength in many of the in many of the oils, the big oil stocks. But let's check out Exxon Mobil, and the symbol of course is XOM, Exxon Mobil, and let's check that one out. This I don't think is set up quite as well. I think it's more extended. We're with Exxon Mobil, it has pulled back to that 40-day line. But here's the thing about Exxon Mobil, great stock, just not the right time to buy it because basically the time to buy it was way back here, basically in the beginning of January when ExxonMobil moved above 66.38. 66.38 is the buy point on a cup base. If you're into can slim trading, that's sort of where you want to be in terms of you want to buy it within 5% of those buy points. And right now, unfortunately, it's extended. So out of those two, I think we got to go with Hess because Hess is set up better, and it does, I think, have a better. I think they're both strong. They're both in good categories. This is the number one category, the international oil and gas E&P. Right now, though, Hess is looking better than Exxon Mobil. So that's kind of where I think you got to be in terms of of this chart. So I would go with that. With if you're looking at oils, if you're looking at the oils, the best place to look, the best place to look for oils obviously is Hess is a better is better right now. So I think that's kind of where to be in the market. And of these two, I think you got to go with Hess. And I do think it's viable right now. It's up a little bit after hours at 96.08. That's still within the buy range. The buy range goes up all the way. Let's see on this one. Let's see exactly. I want to just make sure that I'm giving you the exact amount here. Okay, so this is really viable. Hess is viable up to about 97.21. So that's kind of what I would say. So I would say it's viable to 97.21. So that's kind of where that's kind of where I would be buying. That's kind of where I would be buying Hess. Um, I'm not currently in Hess, but it's a very good stock, and I do think it might be very good here. All right, so let's take a question from TikTok. We're getting a lot of people on TikTok. Thank you, everybody. Let's take this question. This is an interesting question. This is on Alibaba, and Alibaba. I was going to short Alibaba. I was bidding a little bit. The China stocks have moved up. But here's the problem with Alibaba and why, I don't know if it's really shortable or not, but here's the thing with Alibaba, it may get delisted still. So it has a chance potentially. It has a chance of being delisted. So I would be very careful with buying anything like Alibaba right now. The reason is Alibaba does not conform, unfortunately, to the accounting standards right now, the U.S. accounting and international accounting standards. So, this is sort of a dangerous stock to buy. It did move up strongly today, but, I just am not convinced. I just don't wanna put my good money on the line or something like Alibaba. I just don't think, I just think I think it's relatively dangerous to buy this thing, so I wouldn't be a buyer. So I'm not a buyer, for Baba. And that I think that's just gotta be that's just gotta be where you're at because Um, I just here's the thing about Alibaba. We're in this downward trend on it, as you can see. Oops, let's get that pan on there. But you can see we're in this downward trend, and it's just if we go to the monthly chart, and I think that's really where we got to look. You see what's happening here? We were all the way up here at about 300 almost, and now it's just going down. This is a dead cat bounce. It's going down, and then it's pulling up, and then it's going to go down again. So I just wouldn't handle this one. I don't like to be short stocks when we're in a confirmed uptrend, and currently we're in a confirmed uptrend. So that's why I closed all of my bear trades this morning because I was afraid, and I and it, and my that we would go into a this uptrend, which we did. We did go into this uptrend, so therefore you don't want to be short when the direction of the market is up. You want to be long, and you want to be in a bull trade. So either a bull trade, an iron condor, or a bull trades are okay. But when the market is in a confirmed uptrend, which it just did, now it's a weak confirmed uptrend. You want to either be in an iron condor or you want to be in a bull trade. You don't want to be short when the market changes direction like it did today. So I wouldn't. So long and the short of it, I just wouldn't be in Baba. I just don't think it's worth it. I think there's other better stuff out there. I think there's just other better stuff out there. Nvidia, thanks, Jay. Jay writes in, Nvidia is my strongest stock today. Okay, well, let's look at Nvidia. I think it's really worth looking at because finally, when when the Nasdaq turns up, and we'll take a look at the Nasdaq chart in just a second. When the Nasdaq turns up, and remember the Nasdaq, the most important stocks is it's very heavily weighted towards the tech stocks, like it's very heavily weighted to tech stocks like Nvidia. So when the market moves up like it did today, um, then we've got to take a look and say, oh, okay, well, we may be seeing a change in the direction of the market. That's definitely what happened today. Nvidia moved above that the 200-day line. You don't ever really want to buy anything below that 200-day line, but when it reverses, that can give a good opportunity. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a reversal line, and that's basically going to go through the tops here. I don't think we're right. I don't think we're totally at the reversal line. We're very very close. The question is, can this hold? Can this hold? Well, I think if it goes above 153, I mean, I'm sorry. I think that Nvidia, if it moves above here a little bit, we might be able to get into it. I'm going to put a trend line in here, as you can see. This is the black trend line. I, the, you know, the way I drew this trend line, of course, is I went from the all-time high, 346. Then I connected the line at 319. That was the other high, and that gives us the trend line. We're still below the trend line, so it has not reversed yet. So the thing about it, it definitely can reverse. It definitely can reverse, but right now it's not. So right now, Nvidia is below the reversal line. So what does that mean? Well, what that means is that, and it helps if I could spell it right too. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I could spell line correctly, not lib, line. Yeah. Oh well, I'll get it later. But it's below that's reversal line, and that's the key. So it needs to move above that. The question is, when is it buyable? And Nvidia's a great stock, but I don't think I want to touch it really until it's about at 246 or above. It's at 245, so it's really, really close. Let's take a look at the other things on Nvidia, just to kind of look at the technicals here. We're pretty far extended above that 10-day line. We're 8% above that. We're above the 21-day. We're below that 30-day line, so we're starting to get an intermediate move here, but when we're still above the 200-day line, which is a good thing on the technicals. So those technicals are shaping up. They're still not, I'd still like to see them better. We've got a much better checklist than we had just a week ago, 89 checklist. So that's looking pretty decent on the checklist. We're only off of a few things. We're only off of a few items there. So, oh, hey, what a minute, register for the. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Let me just put this up on the screen. Maybe I could. I don't know if I can put this up on the screen, but very interesting. Let's jump on over to the. Let's jump on over to the Discord room just for a second to kind of show you everybody there, kind of out there in television land. Let's see if we can, because Deep basically put up, and this is interesting, something on the. Let's see if I can go over here. On um, this um, this thing on Nvidia. It's an Nvidia conference. Interesting. It's Nvidia GTC. That's very interesting. Okay, and it registered for free. It's basically the event is coming up next week, so definitely want to take a look at that. And put it on your calendars because I think that's definitely something that is interesting. I mean, if Nvidia can lead us out of this sort of not depression, but if it could lead us out, it's going to be one of those stocks like Nvidia. So, Nvidia is coming up, and it's going to be streaming. So let's just kind of let's see if I can put that out there for everyone. But um, it's gonna be coming up here, and you might want to register for it. And so I'll just put that out there. And basically, it's going to be up. On this Nvidia, it's going to be up. It's going to be streamed online March 21st to 24th. Thank you very much, Deep. I really appreciate that. And I think let me see if I can get the URL for that. Let me see if I can copy that URL so that you can see that. Let's see. Put that URL up on there, and hopefully that will work. So, anyways, if you can read this on the screen, so I know it's a little bit busy, but here is the URL on that NVIDIA, and if you need to just take a screenshot here, and you'll be able to get this NVIDIA conference. So definitely big AI, of course, it's huge, and NVIDIA is a leader, and definitely something you should look at. I'm not NVIDIA right now, but I'm going to start. Thanks to Deep, I'm going to take a look here very closely. By the way, Deep is a member, and thank you very much um, of the Discord room. So I really, again, I appreciate that so much. All right, let's go to the next question. And thank you very much for that. Let's see. Let's look at Apple because if we're going to see, this is from Brian. Um, if we're going to see a move up on the Nasdaq, Apple is definitely going to be leading it because Apple is one of the biggest of all of the Nasdaq stocks. So whenever the Nasdaq makes a move, that's when Apple is going to be making a move. If the Nasdaq is making a move, Apple's going to be Apple's going to be making a move, and it definitely is here. It moved up almost to 160 today, and yeah, we are in a confirmed uptrend. I just wanted to, yeah, note that we are in a confirmed uptrend. Just want to put that up on the screen. We definitely are. I had to at the last minute. I had to change my slide, but we are in a confirmed uptrend. And with Apple, that's definitely showing it moved up today very, very nice. It's off a little bit after hours, about $2 after hours. The question is, can we buy it here? Well, believe it or not, if we look at that buy zone, the buy point on with a cup with handle on Apple is at 153. Currently, it's at 156. So it is buyable in this range. I mean, it is buyable in this range, and I do like the fact that it has moved above the trend line. So we could probably start weighing back into Apple. The checklist is looking pretty good, 78%. I don't have a position in Apple right now, but if we are looking possibly to put on some of the big cap stocks, this is not necessarily a bad time. The relative strength line is above 80, which I like. So everything is kind of looking good on Apple. Um, with this uptrend. I would, you never want to buy this in a downtrend, obviously. Well, never. You don't want to buy it when it's in a downtrend, but when there's a movement to the confirmed uptrend, that's when you want to start, trying to put on positions. Tomorrow, we need to start weighing in on some of the positions. I'll be buying tomorrow. I don't know how heavily I'll be buying, but I'm going to look kind of for the best setups and probably try to get back to you on everything. Try to get back to everybody on that. All right, that's great. Definitely buyable right now. Apple is definitely buyable. All right, let's take a look at Tesla. And of course, Tesla is. I did close. I had a bear parade on Tesla prior to today. I closed it yesterday just because I didn't want to get caught. And there we go. There's Tesla. We are still below that 200-day line. So I couldn't really say. I want to see Tesla. Let me kind of take away the busyness. I have this chart is really marked up, and I want to kind of get rid of some of those markups so we can just kind of see it, in a better light here. But basically what happened is today is we pulled below the 200-day line. Looks like we have a reversal on it, but it's still I just wouldn't be I'd probably want to see this confirmed up to a higher level. I'm looking at about 900 as the buy point. That's kind of what I'm looking. I know that's kind of disappointing, but I just want to see it move. I just kind of want to see it move a little bit better. So I think with Tesla, I'm looking at a buy point at 900 or above. That's kind of where I'm looking at it, just because theoretically we could buy it here. We could definitely buy it here, but I'm a little bit leery. Where Tesla is still in a downtrend. It's still below the 200-day line, and it's really still below 900. And why is 900 important? Well, if we go back here on the weekly chart and we look, we're going to see we're going to see the cup formation on this at 900. So what I really want to see on Tesla is I want to see it confirm above 900 before I want to buy it again. Why? Because that will show that is in an uptrend. Currently, Tesla is in a downtrend. That's why I had a bear that's why I had a bear trade on Tesla. I did close it yesterday, of course, but the reason I did that is because now that we're moving up, so I want to see Tesla move above. I want to see it move above a 900 really before I'm more interested in in that. But thank you for that question. That's a great question. It's definitely on Tesla's definitely on my watch list, and it's definitely something that you know that I'm looking at. All right, let's take a look at MU. Of course, that's Micron Technology. MU, one of my favorite stocks. One of the reasons I really like Micron, to be honest, is Micron is a very low PE stock. I want to show you this just so you'll know. Right now, in this kind of market, we're in this weird market that is not, that is not rewarding tech as much as it should. It's just not rewarding tech as much as it should. But we definitely have a situation here, and if you can see this, I hope you can see this on the thing, where the PE ratio is 10 on Micron, which is really good. That's very low. 10, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's a 10 price to earnings ratio. So definitely earning well. The question is, can we buy it? Where can we buy it? What's up with Micron? Let's first of all look at the checklist. Checklist is very good, 78. But the question is, are we in a buy zone? And I don't really think we are. I don't think we really are. But let's see what they said here. Yeah, we're basically 19% above the pivot. So in a cup with handle formation, which is a great formation, but I just don't know if I would be a buyer here. Let's go to the daily chart, see if we can find a reversal on it. I don't know if we can. Yeah, right now I think you got to wait on it, unfortunately. We're right up to the 200-day line, but I just think you got to wait on MU. So I wouldn't at this point. I want it to be a little bit stronger. So basically, uh, for MU, wait. Um, it's never easy to wait. It's never easy to wait. But I think that's what we got to do with MU. So MU really needs to come above that 200-day line in order to be going good. The buy point on this on MU basically is it's 80. It's we're not quite up there. The buy point on this one is 89. So really, what I think we got to do is we got to wait. We've got to wait for the buy point. So 89 is the buy point for MU. So we did. I just think I just need some more strength. That's kind of how I see it. Um, we got to wait until it gets to 89. Currently, we're at 79.90, so we're below that. So we need to have it come up there a little bit. So I would wait on MU. I would wait a little bit on MU for this one. So great question though, but I think we need to get some more strength before it's ready to go. All right, let's take another question. Thank you so much for that. AMD buying point QCOM. Okay, let's just get AMD and QCOM real quick. AMD. Okay, another great stock. This is also very similar pattern, by the way. If you're looking at it, very similar pattern to MU. We came right up to the 200-day line. The buy point on this one, 114.49. So we're right there. So we definitely could buy we definitely could buy we definitely could buy AMD. AMD's buy point is, so AMD buy point um is 114.49. So that's kind of where that's where AMD's buy point is. Um, and we're right at 115.35. So you could start nibbling here. We're right at the 200-day line. So this is not necessarily bad. I mean, this is essentially a reversal too. So this might be a good place to get in. Let me just draw the reversal line here to see. And we're still a little bit below the reversal. Well, I think really we could actually get regressive. This is a very, very aggressive reversal line, by the way. Yeah, yeah, well, I think so. I mean, I'd like to see it go a little bit higher, but yeah, I mean, I think that there's a reversal line there. So potentially, potentially we could. I really would like to see it move. I know that the buy point is at 114, but on this one, I would really like to see it move. I would like to see it close above 117, really. So, even though 114 is the buy point on this one, I think it's not a bad idea to look. So I would say, you know, the actual buy point is 114, but I would say go for 117. That's kind of my take on it, just because of the way that reversal line looks. This is really kind of a this is sort of just a this is just sort of a judgment call, and I would be going a little bit. I I I would be going a little bit bigger. Eh, doesn't want to let me have it, does it? Gosh. Oh, software. All right. So let's see if we can change that. Anyways, the buy point on that about 117. So that's how I would look at that. Let's go back to okay, Qcom. Let me take another question here. So, what do you think about CrowdStrike? Um, I kind of got burned a little bit on Moderna. I don't think I'd go for Moderna. What do you think about Commons? Commons. Oh, here's a cool one. Let's look at DraftKings. I want to see how DraftKings is doing. Thank you for that. DKNG. Let's see if we got something on that. DKNG. Let's look at DraftKings really quickly. Well, you know, I wish I could say better things about DraftKings. Really wish I could. I don't think you can buy it here. It might be, if the market hadn't changed direction, I would have said that this would have been a good short, but I wouldn't even buy. I, I don't like to short in a downward trending market. Just not me. Um, could you buy it here? Yeah, I just think you got to wait on this one. Yeah, I think at least for right now, on this one, I think you just have to wait. So I don't buy DraftKings. By the way, if you're down more than 7%, please consider please consider closing your positions because even though we have moved into an upward trending market, it doesn't make sense. So if you're down more than 7% on this one, like DraftKings, just probably a good idea to close here because it is going to go lower, and I don't want to short it because we're now in a confirmed uptrend. So yeah, so that's one of the things. So we're in a confirmed uptrend. You don't want to short in a confirmed uptrend. So it's kind of the worst of two worlds. Let's see if we can find, some better candidates, and we definitely will. I mean, we'll definitely find some good candidates. Let's take a question from TikTok. Thank you so much, everybody. Everybody. So how you feeling about tomorrow? Bearish or you both? I'm actually a little bullish. I do think it's going to move up a little bit tomorrow. I think this rally is weak though. I think I think the rally is, I think the rally is weak, but it is a rally. It is a rally. So, here it is. I mean, it is a confirmed uptrend. So, but it's definitely a weak rally. So, be careful. I mean, I'm going to be putting out the watch list tonight, and you ought to be able to get out. If you're on the action trailers, we're going to try to we're going to try to do something. Question about Neo. I'd like to say that Neo was a buy, but I just don't think so. Let's take a look at the chart to see if we can find, silver lining here. I am really, really down right now on some of the Chinese stocks, only because I think a lot of them are going to get delisted. That's my gut feeling. I don't have any exact information on there, but look at this chart. This is terrible. This chart is terrible. It's going the wrong way. It's going from Seattle to Miami, not from Los Angeles to New York, unfortunately. So this is flying in the wrong direction. It's flying down. So we don't want this. I think that there's just better merchandise out there than Neo. I mean, I think it was great about a year ago. Let's look at the monthly chart here. Yeah, see, here's what's happened. At one time, Neo was all the way up there at about 60. It's 18 right now. It's lost two-thirds of its value. I don't think you want to be in it. So my 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 you know my take on Neo is Neo. Um, yeah, it's just not a buy. So you know so um, so Neo is not a buy. So I just wouldn't be buying. I just wouldn't be buying Neo. Um, here we go. So I think you just got to say, hey, Neo doesn't work right now. It may come back, but right now auto manufacturers are down. The one you want to buy, of course, is Tesla. Um, but Tesla is really not a buy until it firms up above 900. Right now, Tesla is in the 800s. If it firms up, then everyone else will follow. They're the leader. That's how I would go about it. That's how I would go about it. But Neo just is not a buy, unfortunately, here. So I just think you can go with that. If you're down more than 7%, of course, do consider closing your trade because I'm not trying to about Lie Auto. What about Lie? Okay, let's take a look at Lie. Li. Again, a lot of the problems with the only one I would probably consider at this point is Build Your Dreams, and that's listed the in the in on the that's listed on the Hong Kong exchange. That one might work. Um, that one might work, but I just don't think even Lie Auto is that good. Let's look at the daily chart. It's got a little better chart than Neo, but still not really very good. This has the death cross going on it. I don't know if you can see this here, but basically that's it. Where the 50-day line is moved below that 200-day line, making it really not investable, and it's pulled down that. So you just got to avoid this one too, unfortunately. So I wouldn't be looking to go with Lie either. So I would just say, it's one of those things. I think you got to um, you know, just look at it. Looking at it in that way, you just gotta look at it. So Lie, you know, again, Li. Same with Neo. It's just not a buy. It's just not a buy here. And I think that's kind of what kind of what the deal is. So unfortunately, all right, let's take a last few questions from everybody. Thank you so much for holding on. Let me see if I can kind of get some questions here. So Google is a good time to initiate a Google and Amazon and Google bear call or too early. You know what? This is good thinking, Samuel. By the way, it may not be too early. I closed mine early because we were in that downward trend. I want to see kind of how Google is going to trade, but this might not be a bad idea. I still want to see Google move above that 200-day line. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, Samuel, is for it to move above that 200-day line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of see where that is, and I'm going to set an alert there because that's what I want to see for Google, about 27.35. So I'd be more comfortable if um, if it was at 27.35 because that's kind of where I'd feel more comfortable. I want to see Google reverse, but I mean Alphabet reverse. But that might not be a bad idea. I wouldn't initiate it right now though. I wouldn't initiate it right now. Let's look at Amazon to see if there's any opportunity there. This one, as you can see, it's pretty severe. Look at that. Wow. I'm gonna um, I'm gonna change out that reversal line there. This one is a little bit further down, not quite as strong. I, again, I just want to see it move above the 200-day line before I really get interested. It's not that it's bad. It's just that the market hasn't reacted yet, and I want to see it get stronger. Yeah, is this in a consolidation? It might have bounced in this consolidation. I could see that actually, but I really want to see it a little bit stronger. I kind of like to see it get above about 3,100 or so, right about there. That's kind of where I'd like to see it move. It does look like it's reversed on the weekly chart, but still not necessarily the greatest place to get in. So I would kind of table both of those for just a bit, and yeah, that's that's what I would do. I would just table those for right now. Um, Great. Okay. Well, we've gone almost 45 minutes. Let's see if we can get one last question. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay. Let's take a look. All right. Thoughts on Bank of America? Yeah. Let's take a look at one of the banks, one of the leading banks. That's a good question. Thank you for that. BAC. Let's see. Hmm, see how that looks. Well, we definitely turned up today. I mean, I think, oddly, I think that rising interest rates will probably do good things for. Will probably do good things for for the stock. Believe it or not, I do. But would I buy it? Well, it's above the 21-day line. Let's see if I can kind of get a smell test on it. Not a bad checklist, 78%. Let's look at the technicals. It's above yeah, it's a little bit extended. I don't know. I think I would wait. I would think I would wait on BIC. So, on BIC, I just think we gotta watch this. So, BIC watch list. So that's kind of yeah. So for BIC, just watch this for now. I just don't think it's strong enough. Again, I mean, this is we've just confirmed an uptrend. The rally is still weak, so be careful out there. Be careful. Uh, you know, the rally is weak, but be careful. So I'm still want to I still want to put my toe in the water here, but uh, I the rally is weak, so be careful right now. Be careful out there. It's a tough market to trade. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. I guess here we go. See if we have the last question. XLF. Let's take a look at XLF. This is the ETF that covers financial. Let's take a look at that. XLF. Yeah. Okay. I would be more confident, Samuel. I think this is a really good suggestion. I would be more confident with the XLF. I would be more confident with the XLF than with BAC because you're buying everything. So I can't quite figure out which of the big banks will make the biggest move. So I definitely think that would work better. I really do. Well, everybody, thanks everybody for taking a look at the show today. If you're not on the Action Trailer, it's super easy to do. All you have to do is go to www. Dallas Trading Floor and that www Dallas Trading Floor, and just the first and last name and an email address. That way we can send you out. We're gonna probably do the watch list probably tonight or early tomorrow, but you got to be on the list in order to see it. So go to www Dallas Trading Floor, first and last name, and we'll get you on that list. All right. Um, till tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone. I'll be back right at about 5, hopefully, if everything works. We're moving our studio, so we've had a little bit of issues on some of these things. I hope it's not too bad, but hopefully we'll be up running tomorrow at 5, and we will see you then. Happy trading, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.